Hey everyone, if you want to make your own podcast but you don't know where to begin, Spotify for Podcasters makes it super easy. They've got everything in one place, it's totally free, and you can make money while doing it. Here's how it works. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and edit podcasts right from your phone or computer, so no matter what your setup is like, you can start doing it today. Then you can distribute your podcast to Spotify and pretty much everywhere else podcasts are heard. Video podcasts are also supported, and you can even conduct polls and Q&As. With Spotify for Podcasters, you can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions. And best of all, the platform is totally free. No catch, totally free. When I wanted to start my own podcast, I did not know where to begin, and I didn't think it was even possible. And Spotify for Podcasters made it happen. They made it easy, they made it quick, and I am doing something that I love. What more can I ask for? So if you're interested in starting your own show, you can do it, and I highly recommend you give this a try. Download the Spotify for Podcasters app or go to www.spotify.com/podcasters to get started.
Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Everything Kratom, the podcast about anything and everything Kratom. Great to have you with us on this Monday morning. Hope everyone had a great weekend and that your new week is off to a great start. Today I wanted to talk about an effect of Kratom that's very positive for me, but it's one that's not really as much featured in media or on forums or, even more generally, wherever I'm looking to get my information about Kratom and how it can help or hurt you. And the effect that I'm talking about is something that it's kind of in line with other similar issues that people use Kratom to treat, specifically restless leg syndrome. But it's not that. I've also shared in the past that this has been immensely helpful to me in managing my very mild but still, persistent tourettes, physical Tourette tics that I have. Sometimes it'll be, my arms moving or something like that. Most of the time it's like my head and also closing my eyes and opening them, blinking. So it's always been a bother and a pain. And who, wants to live in a situation where they can't control their own body? So I've always found Kratom to be a godsend when it came to helping to limit those Tourette tics. So between that and, reading a lot about people saying that Kratom helps with their restless leg syndrome, I just kind of recently, and specifically over the past weekend, noticed another thing that it helps me with. And I don't think that I've read anything about this or heard about this from anyone else, but it's probably just that I'm missing it. I'm sure other people have reported something similar, but it falls in line with those two things. And here it is. I sometimes get a little bit shaky. My hands might be shaky when I'm trying to, if I hold them out in front of me and try and hold them still, I definitely will have a little bit of a tremor or shake. It's not much, but it's there. It's just a little bit, but it's there. Not that noticeable, but sometimes when I'm feeling a lot of anxiety or maybe it's just like I haven't eaten enough that day, so I feel like my blood sugar might be low. I don't have diabetes, but still can have that sort of effect. I'll notice that I have a little bit of shaking to my hands, or it could be also just some random situation like this past Sunday when I wasn't doing anything in particular, not stressed at all, sitting at home and feeling like my heart is almost beating out of its chest for some reason, and I don't know why. And I just feel like my whole body is vibrating and my hands won't stop shaking. This happens to me sometimes. It's not all the time, but it's sometimes that happens, and it's so uncomfortable. And yesterday, I took some red tie Kratom, and within 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, it stopped my shaking almost completely. I was still doing a little bit, but nowhere near the amount that I was beforehand. And I felt so at ease and so calm. And it like I held my hands out in front of me to actually test it, and there was barely anything that I could notice. It was incredible, and it completely changed my day. Like, having that really weird and scary experience followed up by such an immediate relieving effect. There's nothing like it. So I was very happy after that, to say the least. But I haven't read too much about this other than like similar things like Tourette's or restless leg syndrome. So it makes me think that it does fall in line with that aspect of how Kratom can help people, but it isn't quite the same thing. So it makes me wonder, is it just that Kratom is helping the body to, relax? Is it just, muscle relaxant, pure and simple, and that's it? And as a result of your muscles relaxing, you're going to be moving less? Or is there more to it than that? I would say it has to do with, the anxiety easing aspect. But, that day that I took it yesterday, I wasn't really feeling any anxiety. So I don't know. It kind of feels like it's this weird middle ground that I want to continue to explore and learn about. Again, I don't have these situations pop up too often, but once in a while they do, and I don't exactly know why it happens. So that's the other aspect. I'm not diagnosing myself here or saying why this is happening. So it kind of makes it difficult to say how Kratom is helping it, right? But I do know that it is helping, and that regardless, 1 minute I'm shaking and feeling like completely uncomfortable, and the next minute I'm back to normal. And it definitely was the red tie Kratom that helped. I took about 2 grams of the red tie, and so it wasn't really enough to make me feel like, I should just go to sleep, because it was midday. I didn't want to do that. Midday on a Sunday, that sounds nice, taking a nap, but that was not my goal. And 2 grams seemed to be just the perfect amount that took that away, but it didn't knock me out for the day. So I was very happy and, put in a good mood. So I'm going to keep exploring this. Would love to hear if anybody else has had that sort of experience. Let me know what you think, and let me know if you deal with this or anything similar, restless leg syndrome, Tourette's, anything that has to do with bodily movements, and specifically, against one's own will. Getting a bit specific there, but it exists. It's out there, and for those people who experience it, they know it's no fun. So it's nice to have something that can help. So let me know what you think, and if you have anything to share, please do. And with that, I will close out for today. So start off the week strong. Have a great Monday. Be back tomorrow. All right, everybody, take it easy. Bye-bye.